this interview, man, we kind of hear some of what really happened in the background the day that Nipsey Hussle passed away, of Nipsey's demise. What was actually, what was the day like?
Making sure that we on point in security, and when we pull up, it's, we like, Hustle, when you pull up to the shop, call us. He like, bro, I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. And we like arguing and just, but turn into, a little bit of that, and then back to the, celebrating bro, Adam's birthday, and Hustle got us the back room, and, family there, chopping it, and just us four.
The day before.
And we stayed there forever, man. And when he walked out, we all walked out the back room of Wally's. I think Rivera, one of the guys that filmed the video, just happened to be there. And so he see us walking out, he's like, oh, Hustle, what's up? And he like, man, what's going on? He like, bro, they just sent me the first edit of the video. And so he pulled it up, and he like, man, look at this, bro. You look amazing, bro. You about to do movies after this. Look at this shot. And so Hustle seen it, and Hustle was smiling. Hustle was happy. He seen the shots of the video. He's like, man, he's telling him like, bro, ain't no more small time shit, man. After this, nigga, your shit going out the roof. And so, we was all happy and shook hands with them, and then we left. And that's the last interaction, bro.
And that was the night before?
The night before, Saturday.
And so Sunday, what was that morning like for you, Sam?
Sunday, it's regular Sunday, man. I think we had spots in the hood. So one of the spots we had little weed spots, 24-hour spot. And I think it was my boy.
Now this is the day of, in the morning, he's speaking on.
Who usually do one of the shifts. I had to cover one of the shifts. And so I think I was in it all night. And I end up, the morning shift came in, and I ended up leaving. And so my goal was to go to the house and sleep a couple hours, and then go back to the shop and close the shop up for the rest of the night. So I'm at Granny's house, sleep on the floor, and this phone just going crazy, man. It woke me up, and I picked the phone up, and forget who called me, man. I just hear people screaming in the background, and they like, man, bro got shot. So I just immediately just run out the house, and just jet out the door. My grandma was in the living room watching TV, so she seen me run out, didn't close the door, just got in the car. My grandma's on 5th in Slauson, so the shop is maybe like 6 blocks away. So I just ran every light, every stop sign, and get there, and man, it's just going crazy, man.
You could just tell he's just, he's rerunning that moment in his head, and it's just like, yo, man, it hit different, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, when you're sleeping, and someone wakes you up to some news like this, it shocks you way different, and it hits you way different than if you was up and your brain, it's actually running, functioning. You're like, you're moving. But when you're just sleeping and you just wake up to some horrible news like that, it hits 10 times worse, man. Me personally, when I lost my father, I was woken up to it. I woke up to the bad news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally woke up to my cousin waking me up and telling me that my father had passed away. So I kind of really feel what Sam went through at that moment, because it's something like when you're up, but when you're just sleeping and your brain just, you hear that news and your brain is still trying to like comprehend, and you're trying to like, is this a dream, or am I like, is this real life? Like it hits different.
Everybody screaming, and I just see bro, and I'm just,
Like that right there also, you know what I mean? He even got there, he got there in the flesh, like his brother's still laying on the floor. Nip is laying on the floor, people screaming, you know what I mean? Like Sam explains that his brother was still responsive when he got there.
It's fucked up, but bro still breathing.
Still breathing.
I think Kev Mack was like talking to him and trying to tell him, you know, breathe, stay with, just breathe, bro. So I'm looking, trying to, you know, we need to figure this shit out. So somebody had the, I think, ambulance on the phone, and everybody screaming. I was just like, man, shut the fuck up, man. It's just like, you know, take the phone, and I'm trying to talk to the ambulance. They say they coming, and they telling me, you know, I'm asking them like what do we need to be doing? And so they telling me to try to administer CPR on bro, and asking me, is he breathing? I'm like, yeah, he's still breathing, you know. And just try to do the best that we could. And finally, you know, police came and ambulance came, and they took him. And so I'm just praying, you know, I had faith that bro was gonna be all right. And you know, then I had a lot of people shot in that parking lot. And we, you know, I done drove multiple people to the hospital, and you know, I'm like, man, if anybody make it, bro gonna make it for sure. And that was the ride to the hospital, man. Just praying, and you know, I was confident bro was gonna be good, man. And just couldn't understand it, man. It's like the Twilight Zone after that. Everything I believed in, or my faith in, shattered. But
did you get word like right then? Did you follow?
Yeah, followed the ambulance, and I think got out, and so I was trying to go to the doctors and ambulance. I think J-Rock. Then one of the ambulance told J-Rock something, and he came to me. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear that, man. I'm trying to figure it out and go talk to them, and then go to the doctors. And then my mom and family was there, and then everybody's screaming, and just walked out. It's fucked up, but.
When you walked out, you knew then?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You know, still can't understand it, honestly. Just it's Twilight Zone, man. Don't understand. Shook my whole belief in whatever I believed in, and you know.
Man, that's one of those, it's wild too, because we thought we had it like rough that day.
Right.
But when we started hearing calls, or we started piecing things together, man, and the first thing I thought, you know, you started thinking about family. You know, of course you pop up, then I'm hearing certain things, and I was like, man, was Jay there? Because I knew we had heard it was a couple people, and I was like, when I called Jay, when he didn't answer, I immediately put him there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would always see them together, you know, and it's crazy because we never had a chance to talk, but I didn't know that y'all had that much conversation even the night before.
Yep.
About, man, you know, we gotta move a little different. You know, we gotta make sure that security's on set, and, you know, bro doing his regular routine.
Yep.
You know, like at home, you know. With that, bro, it's like, not what is the first thing that you do, man, but where's headspace, man? Because it's hard to just not, you know, either throw it all away or give it all up.
Right.
You know, because we got Nip as friend, music, whatever it may be. You know, y'all sharing bedrooms, that's like me and my bro.
Right.
You know, at some point, do you feel like any of this is worth it, or were you ready to throw it all away?
Oh, no, man. not 100%, like crash out, broad daylight, whoever. And, you know, we start figuring out who the streets was saying it was, and you know, that's what the whole unit was like. Where's this nigga at? Mm-hmm. And you know, that was the mind space at that point.
Yeah.
Aside from just dealing with, you know, the reality, you know, but it was just go time, man. And you know, they're gonna make sure the kids is good, make sure his kids is good, and make sure we keep going.
Is it as random as what the public thought it was? Like, Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and...
I mean, you know, he already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to, you know, transition into some legitimate just selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene, because he know what's going on in that parking lot. And had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hustle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left. They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that, because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I know Hustle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hustle, because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hustle, wherever you find him at. But on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble, and if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hustle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument. You know, it was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey, be on deck. Yeah, it was none of that. It was just, you know, to me it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, in this broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had...
Now, I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. Every time Nipsey Hussle went back to the hood, he was putting his life at risk. And his brother knew it. That's why they used to, as soon as Nipsey Hussle used to pull up, Black Sam says it was protocol for him to stand at the door with a gun, his homie standing on the other side with a gun. Like, they knew that Nipsey Hussle was a target in the hood. It wasn't something that wasn't known. My question is, why is Nipsey Hussle pulling up to the hood and even standing outside. Supposedly, this didn't even happen inside the store. You understand what I'm saying? This happened outside the store. But I also kind of understand it because it's like every other rapper. They always want to go back to the hood, man. And the hood don't always love you, man. There's always that one hater, man, that's willing to crash out because his whole life is some bullshit. And he want to throw it away because he mad that your life ain't his life. And there's always a couple of them dudes in the hood. I don't care what hood you from. I'm from one of the worst hoods in Jersey. And I'm telling you, there's a bunch of motherfuckers like that in my hood. They're willing to fucking crash out because they're mad that your life isn't their life. That's just the way that shit goes, man. Now, Cowboy was somebody that was also always with Nipsey Hussle. The day of his demise, Cowboy was with Nipsey Hussle. Now, if you hear Black Sam talking, you know, he's talking real aggressive. Sam wasn't there, but he's really like kind of putting together what he thinks happened because he said that there's no other way that they could have got Nip. Now, we never really got much of why Cowboy and Black Sam supposedly don't talk, because supposedly they're not cool like that no more. And Cowboy was like Nip's right hand. Cowboy was always with Nip. Nip didn't move without Cowboy. All right, so Cowboy's, I'm gonna show you guys who's this guy right here. Show you guys right now.
I went from condos to Pop's house.
This is Cowboy right here. Let me see. Now, in this interview, supposedly he explains Cowboy on why him and Black Sam and All Money In crew don't speak, and if they blame him for Nipsey's basically demise. All right, so y'all already know. Hit like, man, like everybody's content, show love, man.
Cowboy. Do you think that it's like that because they know you were there, with Nip and everything like that, and I asked that because they know you was closely connected with them, and everybody know. That's why when it came down to telling the story or talking about anything in regards to Nip, let's be real. The media platforms, Vlad called you. Even I called you. You know what I'm saying? I was looking to sit down and talk with you and everything like that. So everybody know that Cowboy was connected to Nip. So when it come down to that, do you think they feel like that because of how close you were to Nip and because you was there through that process and they just probably don't want to talk about it? Or what is it that you feel on why you don't have that connection with them?
I don't know. Like I said, I stood down there for 3 years, you know what I mean? So I could got any support, you know what I mean, from a lot of different angles, you know what I mean? I felt some support could have came from a lot of different directions. You know, a lot of people said they love Nip, a lot of close homies, a lot of people got bread, they seen us down there, working, struggling, seen us down there, you know what I mean? The community, was devastated, you know what I mean? So I really can't say. But
yo, this dude, Cowboy, he off of something, yo. Y'all see how this man's just stretching his that man's off that yakky. But yeah, he's basically talking about he feels like Nip's people hasn't supported him, and Black Sam is not fucking with him. But let's watch Mr.
But I was hurt more than anybody. And I was down there every day.
Yeah, he off that yakky, bro. He off that straight pull
Hey, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I should have got some more support, I felt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I felt I should have got some more in-house support. And I felt Nip loved a lot of these niggas, and they should have showed some more support. You know what I mean? Simple as that. They should have showed some more support. Should have done something. You know what I mean? Done something. Everybody ain't got to go to court. Ain't everybody got to do what Cowboy do, but you know what I mean? They could have done something.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. Like, I know they see you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it come down to it, and everybody noticed it. Nobody right now, and probably over the last maybe couple of years, have been out there in the media speaking Nip's name in front of the press when it came down to the trial. Sitting at tables talking about, things, making sure that Nip ain't going nowhere, but making sure that Nip stay alive, his stories and everything like that. Like, they see it. So, how do you think they kind of like feel about that? You know what I'm saying? I know when they go on their social media, at some point in time, they have to see Cowboy. Whether that's Cowboy with a Nip shirt on, when the trial was going on, or sitting at a table or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What do you think they think about that and everything?
Well, really, me, I'm ready to the point where it really don't matter to me. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody to, I doing everything for Nip. I did everything for Nip. I didn't do it for nobody else. You know what I mean? I did it for Nip and Nip only. You know what I mean? So I really don't care. Like I said, in my mind, like, okay, I wish it could have been different. I wish I could be doing certain things. My boy Rocco just passed. And he was close to the team. And out of everybody, that's who I fuck with, no matter what. And for me, just to not even know and miss the funeral and know that.
Oh damn, he didn't even go to the funeral?
Everybody at the funeral, and I don't even know that my boy gone. I mean, everybody know I'm Rocco's biggest fan. He was the underdog.
About somebody else.
Passed like what?
Camp or the family, anything that you never hear anything like negative, right, or anything said about your name or anything like that. Like,
I heard nothing negative.
Okay,
but I know one of my boys went down there and one of them weird ass bodyguards said some dumb shit talking about they don't fuck with Cowboys. So if you don't fuck with Cowboy, that's cool. You don't express yourself to me. Whoever the bodyguard is, one of the fools that said some weird shit. One of my boys went down there and inquired and said they fuck with Cowboy, and one of them dummy said some shit like we don't fuck with Cowboys. So I don't know what that we mean, nigga. And niggas know who I'm talking about. Yeah. It is what it is. Like I said,
talk your shit, man.
I'm doing me though. I'm doing me. You feel me? But I don't sugarcoat nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm tired. Motherfucker feel a certain way about me.
Talk your shit, gang.
Talk or take a fade. Pull up or shut up.
Man, my boy still taking fades. Stop playing with him, boy. That boy say, y'all motherfuckers want to do something, pull up, we catch a fade, we do it. We give you that Whopper, we give you the Big Mac, we give you the motherfucking chicken wing with French fries. You could get it with sauce or no sauce. You heard? Come on, man.
Get him out of here!
I like this motherfucker. Shouts to Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Cowboy.
I stand by that.
You
know what I mean? I'm not, I've been cool through all of this. You know what I mean? So that just showing me growth, you know what I mean? Cause I'm a hothead, you know what I mean? But I hate funny
if
shit.
He was around Nipsey, he was definitely a hothead.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I hate funny shit.
Yeah.
Sneaky shit and just niggas sidewinding, talking, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
If I don't fuck with a person, I ain't got a voice to everybody.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't fuck with that person. You ain't gotta let the world know you don't fuck with me.
I had to show him that I wasn't made.
Any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue. It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him. Okay.
Yeah, but supposedly what Nip brought up to him was that Nip told him like, yo, listen, supposedly, because we don't know, but supposedly when Eric Holder walked up to Nipsey Hussle told him like, yo, we heard there's some paperwork on you. There's some paperwork or something like that with your name on it. We don't condone that. We don't fuck with that around here. You can't come around here. Those supposedly were the words. Like basically Nipsey was saying that Eric Holder was snitching, and we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't want them snitches around here. And y'all already know how it is when somebody calls you a snitch in the hood. Motherfuckers take that shit super serious. And supposedly that's when Eric Holder left and came back with that thing on him. Started airing out.
He may have, but It wasn't to me that don't, whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and Meg got the reverses. I mean, he got the charges reversed because Hustle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. He hadn't been in the hood like that. They're saying he had some like a snitch jacket on him where he couldn't come around.
You see, he had a snitch jacket on him where he couldn't come around. So what do you think were the words that Nipsey Hussle said to that man when he came up to Nip? Come on, man. It's like Sam is telling us everything without telling us everything in direct. He just kind of like, come on, man. What else could have Nipsey Hussle said to that motherfucker? Like, yo, what's good, gang? How you? Yeah, yo, it's all good. No. It was up. He told that man, yo, don't come around here, my boy. You know what it is with you?
Me personally, Hustle, Fats, like we seen a lot of the homies raised because we at that shop 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. Before it was the Marathon store, when it was Slauson T, Slauson Ave, we had weed spots all in the hood. So we seen a lot of the young homies raised, from kids to teenagers to adults. We watched them. They know us. We know them. Anything we throw in the parking lot, if you from that area, if you from the 60s, if you from the 30s to the 100s, when Hustle throw something in that parking lot, you coming. From whatever it is. You in the hood, you smoking weed, you coming to our spots. He was never at any functions. He was never at any grand openings. He was never at anything Hustle was doing. He was never at any shows.
He wasn't fucking with that man.
Good in the hood.
He wasn't good in the hood. Come on, man. Yo, listen, man. I hate to speak like this, bro, but I can't say because it always happens like that, right? I'm pretty sure Nip knew what was up, but he didn't go with his gut feeling. I'm pretty sure Nip understood the minute that he saw Eric Holder, that Eric Holder wasn't there for nothing good. I'm pretty sure Nip felt it. He had to feel the energy. Nip is way too smart, man. But you know what happens? Sometimes you get that gut feeling and you be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't want to do too much. Maybe you think you good. Maybe you don't even think that man is that crazy to even do that to you. Sad, man.
So all this other shit niggas is talking about, I don't know it. He wasn't good. He wasn't good, and he was not good, and he was not around for a reason. And to that point, we didn't see him.
Hey Sam, why was it important to you and to the family to make sure that LA had a chance, and the world really? Because I was people flying in from Japan, Germany. Why did y'all feel that you wanted to make sure that you did it at, was it Staples? At Staples Center, and take Nip, through every neighborhood. Why was it important for you to share that with us? Honestly,
it was God. It wasn't, it was Hustle and God, because we were just, going through it. Obviously, man, we gotta get this funeral handled the right way, and we're trying to hit churches. And
now, this is where Nipsey Hussle brother Black Sand speaks about churches and funerals supposedly not wanting Nipsey there. You know what I mean? And people are saying that the churches were scared that, they were getting threats from rival gangs, and, they were just scared that supposedly something will happen.
Black churches, black preachers, and nope.
They were afraid to touch it?
So we couldn't find a venue. And so that we just like, this is crazy, man. And I think Karen Civil came and was like, we gonna figure this out. And she reached out and ended up like, man, we got the Staples Center on deck. And I think, you know, LeBron and Live Nation, you know, Rock Nation, everybody pulled their resources together and made phone calls. And, you know, after weeks and weeks of like, we can't get a venue, like, look, this is, we got the Staples for bro. And so at that point, it was like, all right, man, we gotta make sure we do this the right way for bro. And just trying to plan it, and people came and supported and helped plan it and, you know, make it happen. Definitely the family was appreciative of that. And just driving through the city, man, I think, you know, I know how much, you know, the city meant to bro and how much bro meant to the city. And we like, man, we gonna drive through all of LA, through everybody hood in LA. And, you know, so much, you know, pushback, like, nah, we can't do that. Police, you know, we're not giving y'all an escort. Man, fuck y'all, we don't need y'all escort, man. You know, it's gonna be too many problems going through different people's neighborhoods. I'm like, man, we gonna go through every neighborhood in LA and nothing's gonna happen. Watch. Mm-hmm. People gonna be out there salute, cause.
And we did, bro.
Yep, 100%.
Did you feel like you were just on automatic? Like you weren't in the moment? Did you just feel like you were just kind of floating through it?
You know, it was just, you know, hardest time in my life, and for the family and everybody, man. But, you know, it's just, you gotta follow through, man, and you know, send bro home the right way. And, you know, to this day, man, it still seemed like not real that bro was gone, but at that time, yeah, it was, you know, hard, man, you know. One thing I tell people, man, I never done drugs in my life. I never thought about doing drugs because I seen, you know, I had uncles, and I always, drunk grandfather, I always was like, man, I'll never be that, you know. So I don't smoke, you know, I'm anti. It's the only time in my life that I ever just thought about like doing drugs because I can't deal with it. You know? So
make it go away.
Yeah, it's something there's no way to handle it. So,
damn,
you know, didn't, but that was the only time in my mind. I'm like, okay, this is why niggas. This is when a nigga can't deal with this shit. Like, there's no way to fix this. This is hopelessness. That's the feeling at that point.
Is it kind of like the gift and the curse too, Sam, where you're reminded all the time, and that's love.
Right.
But even when you go by and you see like a mural, you know.
Right.
There's no day where cause it's gonna be on you every day anyway.
Yeah.
But there's no day that it's not a video, a picture, a song on the radio, somebody rocking the merchandise, a mural, you know, that, not that becomes kind of normal to you, but how do you deal with that? One moment at a time?
Yep. I think, you know, the murals, you know, I'm happy when I see bro on the murals, you know. You know, even shirts, man, I'm happy when I see, you know, bro, because I know his goal was to inspire and, you know, that's like proof. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
Damn, bro, you could tell, man. This man was really, really, really impacted by Nipsey Hussle's death. You know what I mean? Just seeing him go through that. You know what I mean? And explain the whole, you know, thing when Nipsey Hussle had passed away and everything they went through. Him bringing Nipsey Hussle through every single hood in LA. That's something that probably nobody would have done. You know what I mean? Like, the cops was like, listen, we're not gonna help you guys. That's crazy. That's gonna bring problems. And it goes to show the love that LA had for Nipsey Hussle, because they actually did it. And no one fucked with him. You know what I mean?
That's the proof that he did what he wanted to do. You know, I used to be like, man, we gotta get to the money and, you know, get this shit. And he like, yeah, we gonna get to the money, bro, but this shit bigger than that. So, I think, my bad, bro, I think yeah, that's just a reminder, like bro lived his purpose. So it's a good thing. Hard things probably is like people trying to take pictures, and that shit never easy. Cause I don't, you know, I never been taking pictures, and so when people, like, that's a hard thing for me.
With you?
Yeah, right. That's the hard thing, cause it's like, I know that's when it's like, okay, I know why. Like, man, but obviously you understand why, so they showing love to bro. So it's like, okay, come on, but that for me, that's the going through day, and then somebody, oh, bro, that just brings me back into the mode. Like, all right. That for me, that'll never be. I'll never be able to deal with. I'll never get used to that.
Yeah. When Nip says the marathon continues, that really means something. Either different today, or there's so much that's valid to those words, bro. Why is it important? And I mean, just the work that you guys been doing collectively with keeping the brands and ownership and taking care of the kids and the family, you know. With the marathon continues, why is that so important to you, Sam?
When I hear other people say it, marathon continues, you know, I appreciate it. You know, for me, I can't say the marathon continues. Just for me, I can't, because bro not here. So it's hard for me to say it, but when I hear other people say it, I like it, and you know, it'll never be the same without bro here. But like you said, man, us trying to just continue things that he started and wanted to accomplish. I think it's our duty, man. Get this documentary out, get it done correctly. You know, obviously his kids, my niece and nephew, you know, make sure they understand who their dad fully was and what he did, and also, you know, the fruits of his labor, and making sure that they have, I think is the mission. You know, make sure that they got everything that they need, and you know. So I take comfort in knowing that, you know, we working and we building, and this is something that their father, you know, started, and that they have, and they're gonna take over, pass down to them.
Do you still hear Nip or any words?
Yeah, 100%, man. I hear, you know, every second, man, every day, 100%. Yep.
Man, well, I know we're talking.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate, man, because it seems like Nipsey Hussle just was comfortable, just like everyone else gets comfortable in their own hood. And that day, man, he got a little too comfortable. And, you know, this man did what he did, man. Now, that guy did get sentenced. I believe he got a life sentence. Let me see. I'll show you guys right now. Good look at it. His name was Eric Holder, right? Good look at his sentencing hearing. Sentenced to 60 years to life. All right, so here it is.
I am very mindful of what was presented as to Mr. Holder's mental health history. I'm also mindful of devastation caused to the victims and their families. So I think this sentence balances both. The principal term in this sentence will be count 3, the 245A2 on Mr. Latham. The court selects the midterm of 3 years in state prison. For the gun, there will be an additional 4 years in state prison consecutive. And then for the great bodily injury allegation that was found true, it will be 3 years consecutive to that. So for count 3, it will be a total of 10 years in state prison. As to count 1, the murder in the first degree of Mr. Askedon, the sentence will be the term prescribed by law, which is 25 years to life. In addition, there will be the 12022.53D allegation, which is consecutive. That will be an additional 25 years to life. So for count 1 alone, it would be 50 years to life.
Damn! Throw the key away.
Would be
Get him out of here!
The court would also recommend to the Department of Corrections that the defendant be housed in a facility that would address his mental health needs.
It's unfortunate, man. That's how it always ends. One in jail and one is not here with us, man. It's sad, man.